Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This episode on my YouTube channel is going to talk to the 9 to 5 girlies. If you're in a corporate girl, if you're in a 9 to 5, so many of my students work for an insurance company, work for a mobile phone company, work for the government. Like, this is all about you. If you have a proper job, like my uncle still says to me, like, why didn't you just get a proper job? I'm like, well, I didn't want a pay decrease. Anyway, my mum told me off for being cheeky, and it's like not my fault. Like, I didn't want to work for a 9 to 5. Like, and do you remember when that was a thing? Like, go to school, get a qualification, get education, apply for a proper job, work your way up to C-suite. Like, now that won't pay a good lifestyle because everything's so much more expensive. So they need to teach this in school. So 9 to 5 versus content creator. So if you're still in a 9 to 5, and it's okay if you are, the realization is where the magic is, and then the implementation is where the real magic happens. So if you're still in a 9 to 5 or working like a proper normal job, you're literally working hard to make someone else a lot of money. I know, but they're making a lot more than you're getting paid right now. You're good at what you do, so you need to be paid more, and you know you do. So whilst you're doing that, content creation is paying me and my students 5 to 10 times more than what I made in my other job. Like, I was working for the family business on £50 a day, then I went up to £75 a day, then I went up to £100 a day. And now I can do it from my phone from anywhere. So in this video, I'm going to break down the real difference between a 9 to 5 job or corporate job and then the content creation job or business, the time, the money, the freedom, and the reality that isn't shown online. I'm going to be real with you guys. So if you're sick of waking up to a very early alarm, I had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning sometimes. That iPhone alarm tone is horrible. It's the worst. Working for like very little or minimum wage, I had to go out in the cold and the wind and the rain, and it was horrible. Oh, you need to watch this. I'm still grateful I've done it because it's made me who I am today. I'm very lucky to have my parents and my brother, and it made me the hard worker that I am today. And you do need to be a hard worker. You can't be a lazy girl. You need to have a good work ethic, but you need to work hard and then you need to work smart. So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why I left my job and why I think you should too. So you work like 40, 50 hours a week. Sometimes mine was 100 hours a week. It was crazy. Your salary's fixed. Maybe if you do like overtime, you'll get paid extra. Pay rises maybe like 5% a year. That doesn't even cover inflation or the cost of living increases. Like, I was shopping near my mum's house the other day in Chester, and I wanted to buy like minced beef. Don't tell my dad, I am Hindu. Sometimes I cook beef at home. Don't tell my dad, we're not allowed to eat beef anyway. But I really wanted this taco bowl and it's really nice with beef. Anyway, I was like, oh, I'll get the organic 5%. £8.50 for 500 gram. I was like, what? It's Dubai prices. And then the non-organic was £4.50. I was like, this is ridiculous. Crazy. So inflation's like just crazy, going up so fast. Cost of living, like no matter how hard you work, the CEO or business owner makes 50 times more than you before you even see your money. And then they tell you when you can see your friends and family and get on a plane. Yeah, that's the reality of it. Taxes take 40% of salary before you even touch it. That obviously depends where you live. Obviously, in Dubai, like we don't really pay that much. But yeah, in Vegas, I don't think you pay that much either. So making like $5,000 plus per month or like $800, 1,000 a week is normal for my students. Just gonna get a drink. I'm not even gonna edit this out. So me and my students make more than lawyers, doctors, and surgeons. Crazy. I went to uni and I didn't even need to go to uni for that. I've got a law and business degree. I didn't even need to go to uni for that. Like, in my opinion, uni was a waste of money. And people used to say, like, it's what you know, then it's who you know, and now it's who knows you. Get yourself out there. How much you earn is your decision, and you or anyone deserves all the luck they decide to work for. I wish you all the luck you decide to work for. And the harder you work, the luckier you get. The harder you work, the luckier you get. If me or my students want to make an extra 5 grand in 1 month, we just need to work smarter. Get more clients, get bigger clients. If you're good at making content, you know how to use your phone, you know how to use the apps, you're hardworking, you want to invest in yourself, you're a good person, you're friendly to clients, you get paid. Simple. That's literally how simple it is. You don't need to make it harder than it already is. You're watching this video right now because you know you can do it. You know you've got savings in the bank that you want to invest in yourself. You're just a bit scared, that's all, and that's fine. I think scared should be replaced with the word excited because when you invest in yourself and you go on this growth journey and you step into the next level of you, the level of you that you've been daydreaming about, that's exciting. When you invest and spend your savings on yourself, that's exciting. Anyway, so if you're like trading hours for money, you're losing. Because in content creation, your income is based on your skill on creating content. You don't have to have a manager deciding if you deserve a pay rise. If you want a pay rise, you can just put your prices up, get bigger retainers, and do the most. When you are a content creator, you get time, freedom, and choices. A lot of people don't have time and money at the same time. With this content creation like business, you do. So a 9 to 5 or corporate job, any job really, you wake up to an alarm, someone else's schedule. You don't decide. So the girls that work for my business, my content creator, she can start work whenever she wants. She can have holidays whenever she wants, as long as it's not on Black Friday or most of quarter 1, quarter 4. She did go on holiday on Black Friday once. She wanted to go on holiday, so I was like, yeah, do what you want to do. Don't think she'd do that again. Fingers crossed she doesn't. But yeah, you can do like you can work whenever you want. As I'm very lenient, like as long as the job gets done. I don't care when you start, I don't care when you finish. The job just needs to get done. In most 9 to 5 jobs, any jobs really, you wake up to an alarm to someone else's schedule. You commute around 2 hours per day. Unpaid, in my opinion, the travel needs to be paid for because travel is expensive and there's time on top of that. You spend 8 hours a day plus at a desk probably or at work just to rush home, eat, sleep, repeat, wearing the clothes that you don't want to. I had to wear a uniform that smelt of oil and then spend time with people that you don't like. You need permission to take a day off. Literally ask to live your own life when you can go to the bathroom even. Versus content creation, there's no fixed hours. I wake up when I want. I wake up when I finish sleeping. I work when I want. I work from anywhere that I want. I prefer a sunbed or a couch or my bed. Laptop, phone, Wi-Fi, done, easy, simple. That's the reality of it. If I want a week off, I take it off because I'm not trading time for money. My work takes a few hours a day and I just batch it. You're paid for results, not your time and not your income. You don't own your time in a job when you're employed. You get to control your own life when you're a content creator. You do. If you wanted to travel, you can and you'll do your work. And when you have a job, 9 to 5 or employed, you're surrounded by people you wouldn't even be friends with. Ugh. You've got no energy, you're drained after work. You enjoy life by like waiting for the weekend and you live for 2 days of the week, Saturday, Sunday. Dread Monday, look forward to Friday, enjoy 3 days out of 7 and then repeat the cycle. Versus content creation. You work to live, not live to work. 10 a.m. is fine to start the day. I start my meetings at 11. Lunch with your friends. I had lunch with my friends today. A little coffee in the day. Go to Dubai, UK, USA, Canada, wherever you want, Australia. It's all possible. Like you get to choose. You have choices. No Sunday night dread. Every day feels the same when you're in control. You can travel, you can move abroad, you can chill. The life is yours. You have both time and money. You have both time and money. You don't need to ask when you go to the bathroom. So the best thing to take away from this, in a 9 to 5, your life revolves around your job. In content creation, your job revolves around your life. Now, content creation, the reality is you're paid by clients. There's no set wage, salary, or guarantee. So the better you get, the more clients you get, the more money that you make. Thinking about it, a job isn't guaranteed either. Like they could sack you at any time. With a job, you're relying on them for money. When you have your own business, at least you're relying on yourself, which is obviously better than relying on someone that you don't know. In my opinion, I can lose a client today and have a new one tomorrow because every business needs content. Recession proof, AI proof, time proof. And we don't rely on one client, one boss, or one company. The only real security is knowing how to make money on demand when you want to. And that's exactly what this content creation life gives you. I spent years working on market stalls for my parents and food trucks, thinking that trading time for money was the only way to make money because that's all we knew. We didn't, it's not our fault. That's what My dad's parents knew, my mum's parents knew, like that's what was normal in those times. And then I realized that this doesn't have to be my life. Like this isn't true. It's not real life. It doesn't have to be. I make more money now than I ever thought was possible. I used to look at people and think, do they afford that? How do they do that? How can they go on holiday or vacation and go business class? How can they wear those shoes, which I know are like $1,000, and go business class and go to Dubai and the Maldives after, and then get business class on the way back? Like how? And then I've done that for me. Now my friends do it because we're not all creators, but a lot of us are creators and have our own business because your circle changes too. And then I can do it for my family as well. Can work from anywhere. You have locational freedom, complete freedom, time freedom. And if you're right now still stuck in a job that you hate, ask yourself, what are you really working towards and why are you still there? If you want to learn how to escape your job you hate and dread, and start making real money in content creation with me and my wonderful students, then I got you. I'm going to help you. So book a call. The link below is going to be with either me or one of my team, and let's see if this view will just have a chat. So like and comment and subscribe for more on being a content creator. I hope this has given you some food for thought, and message me on Instagram or book in on the link below. And I will see you on the next episode.